Welcome to NFL World, where NFL starts and ends. I'm your host, Jacob. And with NFL training camp either already started for your team, starting today, or teams only having to show up to tomorrow, we wanted to give this our utter attention. This broke on Thursday night. Okay. This broke on Thursday night. We had the executive director of the NFL Players Association, the NFLPA, resign amidst allegations. But it's really not allegations. It's scandal. So let's explain what happened. There was multiple allegations, but this is what forced him to resign. Lloyd Howell, who was the executive director, resigned on Thursday night, supposedly voluntarily. We'll get into it. He was going to, what was found by an outside investigator as going to two different strip clubs and putting it on the NFL Player Union tab. Not great, which was the reason he resigned. There was also a lawsuit that was filed that claimed discrimination as well on his behalf from going to these strip clubs. So there's a lot of moving parts. That was the supposed reason. That was the reason that he quit. But there was another allegation that this was more of, because this is not a legal circle. The NFL, and this was announced pretty much in court, that there was very much suspected collusion between the NFL and Lloyd Howell to get this 18-game season through. But not just that, other topics, like when Lamar Jackson was looking for his contract, Lloyd Howell, who wasn't that, didn't have the fancy title of executive director, but kind of needled a little bit, kind of pushed teams to say, okay, this trade that Lamar wants, if he gets traded from this franchise tag, is not just going to take two number ones. It's going to take multiple number ones, multiple number twos, multiple other picks, and multiple players. And as the league and as a player association, we cannot allow that to happen. So therefore, as the teams go, you cannot allow that to happen. So they basically use their weight. They put the finger on the scale a little bit, saying, we're not allowing this to happen. So it didn't happen. And the other part was not just the trade, but the contract. When Deshaun Watson got traded to Cleveland, it wasn't just a extremely loaded trade. It was, the contract was completely guaranteed, which is what Lamar Jackson wanted. The NFL didn't want that as the new standard. They wanted that as a one-time accident that the Browns made. So they basically did their own pushing the finger on the scale, making sure the NFL made sure that teams were not going to do that. So that's the 2 cents of the collusion. But that was not why he quit. It was because of these allegations of a supposed strip club where he basically put the tab of the rental car that he used on the NFLPA. And as more of this investigation comes out, we'll find out how deep in the hole he actually was and what he was actually doing. So he resigned on Thursday. Now, it's actually a good thing I didn't record this video on Friday, because I was going to. Because one of the officers of the NFLPA, J.C. Treader, who played a very long time, played for the Browns for a long time, he just resigned on Sunday. So either he didn't want to be associated with Lloyd Howe or the NFLPA during this, or there was other things going on that J.C. Treader either knew about and didn't say anything, or was involved in. And in that situation, it doesn't look good. It is very possible he just didn't want to be associated with them, with this turmoil going on. That's also very possible. So what happens next? Well, I didn't know this. I actually had to look this up. There is a committee of trustees. It's a board of trustees on the NFLPA that will select an interim executive director for the time being. But because of the timing, that interim might go as long as the whole NFL season before they even hire somebody to do the job. How they hired Lord Howell was based on the Lamar Jackson situation and how that was handled. That's why he was hired. He wasn't ahead of it at the time. But because of how the Lamar Jackson thing was handled, he got that spot. That's what happened. So there's a lot of moving parts here. And as an NFL player, you don't want to hear this. You don't want your executive director that we're supposed to listen to not only colluding with the NFL, but doing other things on his off time that don't consist of anything possible for the time being. We don't want that. You don't want that as a player, you don't want that as a fan. And we've said this before. We said this a week ago. We talked about the NFLPA. We said the old Mike Fisher quote that he's made noted. He's said multiple times since the 90s. The NFLPA has raisins for brains, raisins for biceps, raisins for balls. This is the occasion. And the reason I add this part is because we were talking about him voluntarily resigning. I don't think that exactly happened. I think there was two things that happened. Either they told him, we have created a statement, basically all you have to do is sign it and this would be your resignation, or we're going to fire you. And it's kind of like, you can either accept this and leave with some dignity, or we're going to fire you, and then we're going to go through this process anyway. So basically, is what I think they were going to do. I think they were willing to do it. I don't think they want this kind of, attention. The NFLPA has always been one of those people that we don't want this negative attention, even though our job is to combat the NFL and take up for our players. It's not what they do, but it's what they should be doing. But what do you guys think of this situation? Do you think this was a notable scandal to the point that a resignation was required? Or do you think the NFL or NFLPA overreacted? And also, is it possible that as we get further down this road, is there more ugly things that come out about this investigation? Let me know in the comments while you're down there. While you're down there, like the video, subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subs. You can watch any video, YouTube short, this video, any video you want. Like the video, subscribe, share the video with your friends and family, and then you comment in the video that you subscribed on, saying you subscribed. That's it. That's all you got to do. For NFL World, I'm Jacob Hubert.